Hello and welcome to yet another one. Now, when I was thinking about doing my masters abroad, I was stuck with a very fundamental question about where to do it. Now, Germany being a traditional player in this market was one of the most popular study destinations outside of English speaking countries. But I wanted to look for other alternatives, so I did my research and came to Belgium. I have lived in this country for about 8 to 9 months so far, and it has been one of the most memorable experiences of my life. I still haven't have the job yet, but I'm very hopeful for the same. Now, considering my journey of studying in Belgium, I decided to compare it with studying in Germany through my short visits or through the people I know who are currently studying there. So, there we go. Now, the first thing you should be comparing between Belgium and Germany is education system and syllabus. When it comes to education system in terms of grading and assessment, both countries have it very much similar to each other. But when it comes to the quality of syllabus or the standard of what is really expected from you in terms of assignments, it really depends on the subject which you are studying. Now, when it comes to difficulties of the subjects, some of my friends who are studying masters in mechatronics or a subject related to mechatronics in BUB, which is a technical university in Brussels, have informed me that it is comparatively harder when you compare the masters with what you can do in average Indian school. And some of my friends who are studying computer sciences in Germany have also told the same thing. So, yeah. But in general, it really depends on the program that you are studying. You can't really compare technical studies with a business studies. In terms of business studies, which I'm doing at this moment, I would say the intensity of the program really depends on the program structure, university, and the specialization which you might be doing. It doesn't really depends on where you are doing it from. Now, both countries offer education in English, and public universities in both countries have very similar fee structure. But yeah, to conclude, both Belgium and Germany are very much similar when it comes to education system and their syllabuses. Now, second thing to compare between Belgium and Germany is their lifestyles. This point includes points like cost of living, language, culture, people, and weather. When it comes to cost of living, big cities like Brussels, Berlin, or Munich have obviously higher costs when compared with small cities. But yeah, in general, both of these costs in Germany and Belgium should be very much comparable. Now, I have already made a video specifically talking about cost of living in Belgium. If you haven't already seen it, then just watch it. Now, by language, Belgium being at the center of Europe and being a multilingualistic country has its own advantages when it comes to a majority of Belgian population being able to speak in English. Unlike Germany, where German is highly preferred, but yeah, in big international cities like Berlin, use of English is getting common day by day. But again, when it comes to job market, local language is still preferred, so that's a huge point to note. About weather, Germany is generally on a bit colder side because it sits on a higher plane compared with Belgium. But yeah, both the countries are in Europe, so now this kind of sunshine is rare in Belgium, but as we are very close to summer, we are enjoying the warmth of 18 degrees Celsius. So it's good. Now, one of the reasons why I chose Belgium was because of people saturation. One of my friends studying in Germany told that majority of his class was populated with Indian students, which is, I guess, good and bad at the same time. But yeah, in my class we have 2 Indians and overall 7 international students out of 60. So if you really want to experience European experience, then it could be something for you. In this category, as you could see, there are some differences, but I don't think there is something huge to care about. So yeah. Well, that was cool. They work hard, play hard, and that don't really make me work hard. It reminds me, but sometimes life is really tough. Yeah, but speaking of tough things, let's talk about opportunities and stay-back options in both countries. Germany, being a bigger country and one of the strongest economies around the world, has obviously more opportunities, especially in tech sector. But pharma is really strong in Belgium. Again, I still don't have any job, and there are some challenges for international students, but that I'll be covering in another video. But yeah, in general, when it comes to part-time or full-time job options, Germany takes a big lead. That doesn't really mean that Belgium has less opportunities. It's just that comparatively, Germany is a bit better. Recently, Belgian government opened the door for international students to come and study in Belgium when they opened an option for 1 year of stay-back option to stay in Belgium after finishing your studies. When it comes to Germany, the stay-back period is for about 1.5 years, but the stay-back option depends on your master's duration. Usually the master's in Belgium lasts only for 1 year, whereas in Germany, the masters are for 2 years. So that's what really makes the differences. But yeah, in general, these are the points which makes big differences when you compare Belgium with Germany. If you still have any questions regarding any of the differences between these two countries or specifically to Belgium, feel free to post them in the comment section. I see comments more often when you compare it with mails or messages, so yeah, go ahead and post the comments. Now, it's the time for Thought of the Day.